Here at the Met Office, we have issued a rare red weather warning. We don't issue these lightly and they're pretty infrequent. So when we have a red one in force, you know that the weather's going to be pretty extreme. All, of course, thanks to Storm Arwen, the storm we named yesterday. Now, the areas affected by the red warning, parts of the eastern side of Scotland, particularly close to the coast, and parts of the far northeast of England as well. I'll go into the details of the weather warning in just a moment. But first of all, let's take a look at the storm system heading its way southwards into the North Sea and intensifying as it does so. Already bringing quite a bit of wet weather across the UK, plenty of showers around. Those showers chiefly of rain this morning, but turning increasingly to snow across northern Scotland. And it's across northern Scotland where the winds are really now starting to strengthen. And then later today down the eastern side of Scotland and into northeast England. But also the winds picking up everywhere, and especially on these western coasts, are going to get very lively through the rest of today. Quite a bit of sunshine on offer through the central slice of the country this afternoon. Temperatures a little higher than yesterday, but it doesn't feel very pleasant out there as that wind continues to strengthen. OK, let's run through the weather warnings. There are a number in place. A yellow one covering much of northern and western UK from midday. Gusts of wind in this zone 50, 55, maybe 65 miles an hour around coast. That could cause certainly some disruption to ferry services. And then that red warning, that rare red warning, kicks in at 3 o'clock this afternoon, covering this coastal strip across eastern Scotland down into parts of northeast England. Gust of wind here 80 to 90 miles an hour, rare wind speeds and an unusual direction as well. So the real threat to property with these gusts of wind, we are likely to see structural damage, trees down. There will be large waves as well, particularly damaging on the coastal strip with these winds of 80 to 90 miles an hour. Please don't be tempted to go out and photograph the winds. It will be exceptionally dangerous. As I said, we don't issue these red warnings very often. That red warning in place from 3 o'clock until the early hours of Saturday morning. But more widely across eastern Scotland into northeast England, we have an amber warning in place, gusts of 75 miles an hour. So again, disruption to transport likely in this zone with those kind of winds. Still some flying debris, structural damage certainly possible. And right across this amber and red warning zone, power issues should also be anticipated. Later on through the evening and overnight, the winds will strengthen further down the western side. So we have another amber warning coming into force through the evening across parts of north and west Wales, southwest England. Again, gust of wind here, 70, maybe exposed areas 75 miles an hour. Certainly disruption to ferry services. And again, the potential for those winds to cause some structural damage and fairly extensive disruption to the transport network is also possible. We also have snow falling across northern Scotland through the day today, a warning in place for that, and also overnight an increasing risk of some of that snow pushing further south. Mostly it's going to be over hills, but there could be some to lower levels, and so we have yellow warnings in place for snowfall also. I urge you to check out the Met Office website for the details of all of those weather warnings. Right, let's take a look at what's going on weather-wise. You can see that wintry weather coming into the north and those winds really picking up down that eastern side through this evening. That's when the strongest winds are likely to be across eastern Scotland, northeast England. But this zone of wet weather also pushes south. Even some snow in the mix here across parts of southern England. As I said, mostly over hills, but there could be some to low levels. You could wake up to a covering in places, not expected to last too long though on Saturday. Temperature-wise, well, we'll hover around freezing, certainly most towns and cities, some places dropping below. A cold feel, though, because of that very strong wind. All areas blustery on Saturday morning. Still the potential for those winds to be causing damage. The warnings remain in force for much of Saturday. Further showers coming into these eastern parts of England and Scotland, which will continue to have some snow mixed in. Again, particularly over coast, but some at times down to low levels. Further west, much of the UK having a dry, fine Saturday, but a cold and still strong wind, albeit easing through the afternoon. Temperature-wise, really mid-digits, single figures, and on that wind, and it will feel sub-zero. Really cold feel, and a very cold night to come on Saturday night as well. Many places seeing clear skies. The winds continuing to ease. Still wintry showers though across parts of the east, so you have to be thinking about ice as well during the course of the weekend where we see these showers and temperatures dropping down to freezing or below. So that is an extra hazard also. We do say goodbye to Arwen slowly but surely During Saturday and into Saturday night and Sunday, a little ridge of high pressure. The winds will finally start to ease, but it's still going to bring some showers across parts of the east during the course of Sunday. So still some showers across the east on Sunday. Otherwise, for many, it's a fine day with plenty of sunshine, albeit with a very cold start. Just a reminder, those warnings are on the website and they're on the app. So download the app. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get the very latest weather forecast as well.